According to Jake Fischer, Bleacher Report, the Atlanta Hawks might get Zach LaVine. I'm loving the idea of Zach LaVine and my man Trae Young. So, look, the Atlanta Hawks continue to choose to lean into their strength rather than try to reinvent the wheel. Is a great phrase I saw soaringdownsouth.com say. Obviously, we've all agreed that the Atlanta Hawks' biggest thing in the world was their problem was defense. But they're following the lines of the Mike D'Antoni, Daryl Morey thought process. The team that boasted the second-ranked offensive rating in the NBA per clearing the glass, but their defensive rating was just 26, is looking to get Zach LaVine. Okay, and yes, in the playoffs, the Miami Heat were easily able to neutralize that offense after just averaging 114 points a night in the regular season. They averaged only 97.4 in the postseason, ahead of only the Chicago Bulls, who lost in 5 games. Interestingly enough, Zach LaVine is supposedly saying that the Atlanta Hawks are the front runners for him. So NBC Sports Chicago's Casey Johnson nearly broke the internet when he acknowledged that Zach LaVine resigning with the Bulls was no longer a slam dunk. But per Johnson, the Hawks are indeed one of those. So his return is no longer a question because he listed the Trailblazers, Lakers, Mavericks, Hawks. But the latest is Bleacher's reports Jake Fischer saying few teams outside of Chicago can offer Zach LaVine both the max salary and the alpha dog scoring role he said to be coveted for. A sign and trade option could deliver him to a number of locations along with Atlanta. Portland is most often mentioned as a top Zach LaVine suitor. So Atlanta and Portland look like the two guys. And they're currently projected to be $17.2 million above the salary cap. But here's a little sign and trade that they could do. Shout out Fansided. Okay? Acquiring Zach LaVine would require a sign and trade. The Hawks are capable of pulling off one of the more attractive offers. Zach LaVine to Atlanta for John Collins, DeAndre Hunter, and a first round pick. Would a package of John Collins, DeAndre Hunter, and the 16th overall pick be enough? Zach LaVine would be awesome, and the Bulls need size, rebounding, and defense. John Collins and DeAndre Hunter give them all of that. And plus, the Hawks would be able to get another superstar next to Trae Young. And Zach LaVine averaged 25 points this past season, basically about 24 points, as the second option battling through thumb and knee injuries. Oh, and I kind of like this. Yeah, so look, this is crazy because I like this because when you look at it, his roles as it is believed to be part of the reason he's exploring his options. I don't know why I choked right there. He wants to be the top dog, and it's important to note that Fisher notes that the Chicago Bulls are still the favorites to keep the two-time All-Star services, but with a point guard such as Trae Young, who led the league in total assists as well as total points this past season, that shouldn't be an issue. And Zach LaVine would get ample opportunities to score, and I think Trae Young would be fine not getting 30 points a game. And especially if he and the staff follow through on getting him to operate off ball more often next season, I think that would be amazing. And I think it would be so cool. And I really, really do think Zach LaVine pairing up DeAndre Hunter, I love him, but he was breaking out a season and a half ago, and then he got hurt, and he's never became the same guy. John Collins couldn't replicate what he did the year before. And I'd rather have Clint Capella than John Collins. I like DeAndre Hunter, but Kevin Huerter, Jalen Johnson, and yeah, they give up the 16th pick, but you could argue next season they can run Trae Young, Zach LaVine in the backcourt, Kevin Huerter. I mean, they could also trade Daniil Gallinari in this deal so the Chicago Bulls can get cap space, which is another thing. If they send Daniil Gallinari in this deal, it's because the Bulls are going to cut him, clear $21 million in cap space, and then be able to go out and get another player. We could also trade Bogdan, but I think I could imagine them wanting to keep Bogdan to be the sixth man in a way. But man, oh man, what would you guys do? I think this is such an interesting situation. It definitely is so interesting. I want Zach LaVine in Atlanta. As a guy who's a Timberwolves fan, Timberwolves, Magic, Wizards. My dad's a Celtics fan, so there is some respect for the Celtics, but you guys are wondering why. First jersey I ever owned, Kevin Garnett, lived in Minnesota till '04. I was born in '99, lived there like 5 years. Then I lived from '04 to '09 in Florida, witnessed the Orlando game. First game I ever went to was Dwight Howard versus Gilbert Arenas, Magic versus Wizards. Then I moved to, Maryland, Baltimore County, and first year living here, I remember John Wall, draft lottery. And off the wall, Off the wall, John Wall. Either way, this is Zach LaVine. I would love that. Zach LaVine on the Timberwolves is so dope. I was so sad when we got rid of him. I was stoked for Jimmy Butler, but that didn't work out, and Chicago won that trade. But hey, peace out, guys. Let me hear your thoughts.